Hi everyone, I'm out in the forest again and I've got a rather exciting product to show you. One of the guys at Dryflight feathers who are new on the market contacted me with this idea that he's had for kind of wonder fletchings that don't get affected by moisture. And anybody that's done 3D shoots or shot in rain or shot any arrow kind of past a target into wet foliage will know how bad feathers get when they're damp. So anything that can hinder that is got to be a good thing. So anyway, they sent me them and said, "Kev, do what you like with them." I thought, okay, that shows confidence in their product. So I've come out here to show you guys what they're all about. Here they are. They look just like normal feathers, and whilst I'm talking to you guys, I'm going to come over here. Excuse me putting my hand in front of the camera, but just over here you'll see we have a river, and just in front of the camera here you'll see the yellow ones are from Dryflight, and the black, red and orange ones are from, they're just normal feathers. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to chuck them in there like that, and I'm going to leave them there whilst I chat to you guys. Okay, set the camera up again, hope I'm back in shot. Right, I've got my two arrows there, the one with the Dryflight arrows on, Dryflight fletchings on, and the one with the normal fletchings on, and they're nicely soaking away in the stream behind me, hopefully not floating away. No, they're still there. Yeah, as I say guys, I've been using these for several weeks, and the only thing I can do is recommend them. I've yet to find any pricings and things from Dryflight, but the long of the short of it is they are going to last longer than normal feathers. If you use them for 3D especially, or anywhere out in the forest, stumping, roving, anything like that, anytime they're going to get wet, I think they're probably going to pay for themselves in the long run. I'll start off with a couple of points that I've come across with using them. Firstly, I've found the splines seem to be not quite sitting as prettily as brand new normal feathers would. It's a minor little thing. I think it's down to the chemical process that they're put through to make them waterproof. So basically I can live with that. And the only other thing was that I use fletching tape to attach my feathers to the shafts, and I found it was very difficult when you've got it in the jig clamp and you put your tape on. It's very difficult to get the backing of the tape off because it keeps lifting off the spline of the feather. Didn't seem to stick very well on there. Having said that, once they're on the arrow, I haven't had, the one I've been using over the last few weeks, I haven't had it lifting at the front or anything, even when it's gone in the undergrowth. I'd normally put a little dab of glue on the leading edge and sometimes even on the back edge of my arrows anyway, but that particular one didn't, so it doesn't look like it's a problem. It may seem like I'm nitpicking with those two things, and I am really, because I can't think of anything else bad to say about them. I think in operation they are slightly stiffer than normal feathers. I actually quite like that. In fact, no, I'll change my opinion there. I really like that. It tends to stabilise the arrow that little bit better, I find, but it doesn't get affected when it's leaving the actual arrow shelf or even the arrow rest, because I've tried both. So it's no hindrance, but I do find it, like I say, it straightens the arrow out quite nicely. I have got them absolutely soaking wet, and we'll go and grab these out in a moment. And I've been very, very impressed. Would I buy them? Yes, definitely. I'll put the link to the guys, to the Dryflight site, at the bottom of the video here, so you can check them out themselves, and then I'm going to go off and do a bit of shooting. I'm just going to retrieve these arrows and see what the feathers are looking like. They've been in there a couple of minutes now, so just bear with me a second. Talk amongst yourselves. Okay, as you would expect, they've not been in there long, what, a couple of minutes. That's the standard one. And when you shoot it, that's what happens. In fact, I've had it even worse than that, that they lay absolutely flat on the shaft. Hardly recognisable from their shape at all. Right, the one from Dryflight, look at that. You can actually see the water sitting on it. I hope you can anyway. Watch. You see all that water come off? Watch. And it's still sitting pretty. Look at that. And that's the difference. Just a couple of minutes in water. Now this is looking a little bit ragged where I've just rubbed it. But with shooting, that will dry out very quickly and be back to this. Quite impressive. Okay, if anybody wants to ask me any questions about them, feel free. Either get in touch with me through Facebook PM, because I'll post this up on Facebook, or if you're not on Facebook, then on the YouTube comments. And I'll do a little bit of shooting and get this posted up. Okay guys, I've been shooting for about 15 minutes now, and I just thought it'd be a good idea to show you this. Now that I've got, let me show you the normal one first. You can see how that is still laid back on the shaft. You can see it's soaked. And two of these, the yellow ones, were dry, and the other one was wet. Now I think it was this one that was wet, but it is quite difficult. Yeah, you can hear the difference. But that is all. That will dry out to be back to that. As I say, I've only been shooting 15 minutes and already you can see, look at that. I mean it's still working just, but it ain't very good. You can see the difference. Okay, so Dryflight fletchings, guys. Dryflight feathers. Top product. That's all for now. Cheers, guys.